Welcome back to Orangeline. We now want to take a minute to recognize what Baker students know her as Nurse Ruth. Director of Student Health Services Ruth Sarna was presented as the recipient of the Ollie B. Moten Award for the 2010 year. This award distinguishes members of the American College Health Association who make a difference on their university campus. A ceremony and dinner will be held on June 3rd in Philadelphia, where Sarna will be recognized for her outstanding years at Baker. Sarna has been a part of the Baker family since 1989. Congratulations to Nurse Ruth, and thank you for all of your services for the Baker students. Now we're going to send it over to Kelsey and Alix Schiraldi, who are on location for this week's Sports Chat.
This week's Sports Chat. I'm Alix Schiraldi.
And I'm Kelsey Epperson. We're going to go ahead and kick things off and talk about some Baker baseball. The Wildcats traveled to Benedictine and then had a home series against them. They played 4 games against the rival Benedictine this weekend and played pretty well. They went 3-4 in the series. The Wildcats swept them at home 5-4 and 5-1, and then they split on the road 4-14 and then won 16-4. They finished the series on a high note when they rallied 16 hits, good for 16 runs. Several players were hot for the Cats. Steven Stewart had 3 RBIs and 2 hits. Brandon Truitt had 4 RBIs and 2 hits. Nick Peterson had a home run in the game, and he had 3 hits and 3 runs and an RBI, so good day for him. And then Dustin Mumo had a pair of hits and an RBI. And finally, Jared Herbert went a perfect 3 for 3 at the plate, which is awesome, with an RBI, so good job to the Cats. Truitt also collected a home run in the game, so 2 home runs in that home series there. Good games for the Wildcats. Also, we want to mention this week, sophomore pitcher Chris Cummins, he's the left-hander on the mound. He was announced as this week's Hack Pitcher of the Week for his efforts. He threw 2 complete games for wins for the Cats and had 16 strikeouts, which was good for a 1.93 ERA. So he leads that Baker pitching staff with a perfect 3-0 record and a 2.83 ERA this season. The Wildcats will actually be back in action this weekend in a series against Avila University. They play at home on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and then they'll go to Avila on Sunday. Both of those dates are double headers, so maybe everybody can go catch some baseball action this weekend at home. So let's talk about some track and field, Alix.
All right, well, track this past weekend had the relays at Emporia for the ESU State Farm Relays, and they had a really good relay this past weekend. The Baker men's 4x100 team set a new school record, and the men's 4x400 team also finished 3rd. Our own Mary Loveland took 2nd place in the 5,000-meter run, and Devin Freeman came in a close 3rd. Kayla Irwin finished 3rd in pole vault, and Carrie Lister finished 2nd in shot put. Men 110-meter hurdles, Aaron Hannon finished 3rd, and in the men's javelin throw, Jeremiah May finished 3rd. Congratulations to the track team for the great effort at this past meeting. Look forward to them coming up this weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about softball, Kelsey?
Yeah, I'm on the softball team, so I'll give you an update. Played a couple doubleheaders lately, dropped all 4. Softball team's trying to get back in action this week with some important conference games. The Wildcats traveled to Ottawa on Saturday and dropped a close pair, 1-4 and 0-3. Had a lack of offensive effort and just couldn't score runs when they needed to against Ottawa. Freshman Heather Gruber did have 5 strikeouts in Game 1 on the mound, and then Brittany Vollenweider had 4 strikeouts in Game 2, so kudos to them. And then Monday evening, we played William Jewell at home. Dropped that series with William Jewell 7-2 in the first game. The Cardinals came out really hot with their bats. They had 14 hits in that game. For Baker, Brooke Allen, she's a sophomore. She had 2 hits and an RBI in Game 1, so good for her. And then Brittany Vollenweider also had 2 hits. We couldn't rebound in the second game, lost 10-1, and the defense wasn't at its best, to say the least, and then Jewell also scored 14 hits. So we'll definitely have an important week ahead, have some conference games against Mid-America, and then senior days on Sunday at home, 2 and 4 p.m. at Cavness Field. So the Wildcats will have 2 seniors they'll recognize on Sunday. So maybe people can make it out for that home game.
Well, good luck with that, Kelsey.
Thank you.
I'm going to wrap up Sports Chat with talking about tennis. And the men, first off, sit 2-1 on the season. And Friday, they actually defeated Missouri Baptist 5-4. And Drew Richter and Keith Pipkin contribute to both wins in doubles and singles. Unfortunately, the men and women both dropped to Bethel on Saturday, but the women still sit 2-2 on the season. So good luck to tennis, and they actually get to enjoy the nice weather that is bringing to their season.
Definitely. All those spring sports are getting some games in, and hopefully the weather will keep cooperating.
Yeah,
so.
hopefully no more rain.
Golf was in action. We didn't have the results at taping time, so good luck to them also in their upcoming dates for the men and women on those teams. And we want to wish all the Wildcat teams good luck in this upcoming weekend.
I'm Alix Schiraldi.
I'm Kelsey Epperson. Back to you in the studio, Patrick.
Thanks, Kelsey and Alex. Well, this wraps up this week's edition of Orangeline. I'm Patrick Murch, and you stay classy, Baldwin City.